This is the MedLink Cooking Show.
All right, everybody, welcome back to the MedLink Kitchen. We're here one last time doing some healthy Thanksgiving recipes with my friends. You guys switch places this time. Tammy Herman and Jenny Medor are registered dietitians here at MedLink. And we are doing our last dessert, which is a healthy yogurt parfait. All right, take it away.
All right, so what we're going to do with this little parfait is we've got these little cakes individually wrapped here. Normally, I would probably use an angel food cake. It's a little lower in fat. However, these are already portioned out, and they're 60 calories a piece. Okay. So that's not bad.
Yeah, that's not bad.
Right.
Okay.
So
now, so the angel food, is it less sugar or less calories, or what would be the purpose of using the angel food over this one?
It's a lot less fat.
A lot less fat.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
So
great.
the thing with angel food cake is that it's made with a lot of egg whites.
Mm-hmm.
It is maybe higher in protein a little bit. It doesn't have as much of the fat just from the yolk and some of them are made with sour cream instead of like butter. So there's lots of different variations. I think overall it is more of like a lighter dessert cake type of deal.
Yes.
All right. Great.
So what we do first, and this is very easy, we're just going to put some of the cake in here, and we're just going to layer this with a little bit of yogurt. Now, normally, again, in my regular recipe that I put in a trifle dish, I will do a fat-free, sugar-free vanilla pudding.
Okay.
So
that's another option if you don't like yogurt.
Absolutely.
Now I see that you have two yogurts here. Talk to me about the difference in these two.
Okay. Thank you. That's a good question. So I just wanted to make sure that we understood about looking at food labels when you're shopping for products. People are always asking, well, which one is best? Well, the one that's best for you depends on what it is that you're interested in.
Okay.
Are you interested in calories?
Okay.
Are you interested in the grams of fat or the grams of carb or maybe protein? So we have two different ones that are very similar here. This one has 70 calories and this one has more like 90. Now, that's not a big difference, but the other thing that you want to make sure that you look at are to compare the two, or are they at the same portion size? Because if one is a half a cup and the other one's a cup, you've got to make sure that you can kind of do the math and make sure that but both of these are the same portion size. So this one's a little bit less in calories and I believe a little bit less in carbs as well.
Yeah.
So you've got
6 carbohydrates in this brand and 10 carbohydrates in this brand.
Right.
So that's important.
It is. And then again, money is important. So which one is on sale? If money is your issue, then look and see which one might be a better purchase for you there. So
now, one thing I noticed when I look on this label is this one says that it has total sugar 0, and this one says that it has 8 total grams of sugar. So that might be important to know, I guess, if you're diabetic. Also, although the carbohydrates are fairly somewhat similar, I guess.
Yeah. I mean, one thing that we've got going that's similar between both of them is that they're both Greek yogurts.
Okay.
And so when we're kind of comparing your Greek yogurt to maybe your regular traditional yogurt or maybe a pudding, Greek yogurt does tend to overall be lower in carbohydrates and sugar and higher in protein. It also has a lot of really great probiotics in it, which is good for your gut microbiota. We like to have good gut bacteria in there, kind of feeding what we're digesting. So both are going to be great options because they're both more of a Greek style yogurt. The Chobani, this version happens to be just a 0 sugar offering. Usually you do have regular, plain, non-fat, no flavor Chobani, or maybe a vanilla one. This one just happens to be a 0 sugar, which again, for diabetics, they might be looking for ways to cut back on their sugar a little bit more compared to your traditional yogurt or even a pudding. I think pudding would be delicious in this, but
Mhm.
since we're trying to kind of cater some recipe ideas for people with diabetes, a Greek yogurt, either one could be a really, really great option.
Yeah.
Right. And even when I use the puddings,
Mhm.
I always get the sugar-free
There you
pudding
go.
and use skim milk to make it.
Ah.
So that kind of helps to finish it off a little bit
Just
as
tiny
being a
differences.
little bit healthier.
Yeah. So just small changes.
One
Yeah.
thing I learned recently I was talking about my dad having diabetes. We talked about milk. And milk has a lot of carbohydrates in it, even if it's
Yes.
the skim milk. Yeah,
Right.
so it's
So-
important to pay attention to those food labels.
All of your milks, like whether it's skim milk, 2%, 1%, or whole, they all have the same carbohydrates,
Right.
which is about 12
Oh.
grams per cup.
Okay.
So carbohydrate-wise, you're staying the same. The biggest difference that you're getting is the fat content, right? So we've got
Ah.
whole fat milk versus maybe lower fat or non-fat skim milk.
yeah.
And again, with diabetes, usually we are very cautious of maybe our heart health, which would involve maybe fat and salt. And so choosing a lower fat milk option can still be good, not only for reducing some of the, overall fat in what you're preparing, but also it's going to have lower calories. So for people trying to lose weight, a cup of whole milk versus a cup of your skim milk is going to
Oops,
have
that one got away.
a lot more calories when you're using the whole milk versus the skim. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Very
But
good.
that's a great point that sometimes, we don't think of milk or even yogurt as
Yeah.
something that has carbohydrates in it, which we want to pay attention to.
Yeah,
Right.
absolutely.
So, you're just going to layer this just
They look super
kind of
cute.
how you feel and let that kind of top that off there with that and put a little bit more crunch from the granola
Mhm.
Looks delicious.
and voila.
Got a cute little parfait.
Yeah.
All right. And let's put a strawberry on top.
Yeah, and we've got, those, again, we talked about antioxidants before. We've got our berries, our
yeah.
strawberries, and our blueberries that are just going to be also high in antioxidants.
Absolutely.
They do tend to be, berries in general tend to be a little bit less carbohydrates than maybe some of your other fruit.
Mhm.
And so they add, again, maybe some nice colors in there, nutrients, antioxidants, just to make the whole thing go together.
Yeah.
Yeah. Love it. Mhm.
So here we
There you
go.
are.
Another
There we are.
delicious, healthy dessert option for our Thanksgiving that is diabetes friendly.
Yeah, but can be used for anybody, honestly.
That's true. That's true.
Absolutely.
That's true. Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes. Yes.
So,
All right. Well, thank you so much, ladies, for coming out to the Medlink Kitchen. And I hope that we see you again real soon.
Absolutely. all right.
All right. Happy Thanksgiving, everyone.
Yes.
Enjoy cooking.